5-count Sumbrada box pattern, 3 different distances. So we'll look at the full box pattern, a 5-count Sumbrada, 5 for 5 or 10 count from the middle range, which is where most groups I think probably practice this particular exercise. At a distance at middle range, probably like this as a frame of reference, or here where you can touch that. When we're in this range and I'm receiving an incoming blow, the pressure is such that I have to use the checking hand as an extra bit of insurance. I'm not going to break this down a bunch. There's other videos for that we've done and other people have. But we'll show that from middle distance where every time we're using the checking hand. Long range, there's no use of the checking hand. We're too long. Usually this is shown this way. We can contact the hand, but the rear side of the body is not able to contact. So that will look like this. Now certainly that would be trying to hit the hand every time Keith comes in and I try to smash his hand, he smashes my hand, I smash his hand back and forth. For right now we're not doing this with gloves, so we're just contacting the stick. But you can see how this would work. If we did have gloves, this would be 1, this would be 2, he comes horizontal, this would be 3. When he brings us up tip right, that's where he's hitting my hand this way. When he goes overhead, that's this one, that. So a good thing to do, put some lacrosse gloves on or whatever your hand protection is, or grab foam sticks, that kind of thing, hit the hand. If you don't have that, just try to think in terms of hitting towards the end of the stick. It's far away from the hand, yes, but at least you're learning to acquire a target when you're at long range. You'll find your own method, whatever works best for you. Third one is close range, sometimes called corte de mano or distancia corta. It's your close body range distance here. And we're gonna use less shoulder now, more from the elbow, okay? Again, there's a lot of different ways you could do this. This is how we like to practice this. What's interesting about the closer range is that it's gonna be a little bit faster. And it's not necessarily because you're trying to move faster, though that might happen almost inevitably, but by virtue of the fact that the distance between the 2 points goes from a long route to a very short route like that, the whole thing has a different sense of urgency to it. You don't have as much room for the motions. It's a shorter distance, and therefore there's this different sense of pressure to be able to get to the thing in time and pick it up without getting smashed to bits. So it's a really good exercise for getting acclimated to that kind of pressure or intensity and being close range. If you've got somebody or yourself or you're learning to spar and you kind of feel like you're getting stressed a lot while you're doing it, this just as a familiar and comfortable drill can help you get repetition of just kind of surviving in the pocket. You'll notice at close range, it almost starts to look or feel a little bit like Balintawak. Obviously, that's not surprising. And again, the difference here being when we're in close, it's a lot of wrist as you're moving. You're coming from the elbow. The elbow's almost fixed, right? It's tucked in on the side so that it's not getting hit. The movement is happening from the elbow and a lot from the wrist. Middle range, some shoulder, a lot of elbow, and very little wrist. Long range, a lot of shoulder, and as well some wrist, but really you're focusing on this. And so that's another important takeaway. Long range, primary joint is the shoulder. Middle range, primary joint is the elbow. Close range, primary joint is the wrist. That's the 5-count full box Sumbrada pattern from long, middle, and close range.